Hello, my darlings. Hope you're all doing well. Bless Lily here. Today, as usual, I answer your questions live using Tarot Oracle decks. Starting us off today is my amazing Sasha. Let's go ahead and take a look at how he has reacted, how he's taking it. He thinks that you're playing mind games. He thinks that you're trying to increase, how do I put it? Increase your status in his eyes. Like there's definitely this energy. In a way, you know what? He found it very attractive, very alluring, the whole experience. But he feels like it's a game. He feels like it's a little bit of a manipulation tactic. Where I see from your perspective, it's more about internal growth. It is about morals. It is about you claiming your status. I definitely think that, I'll definitely say that he thinks that maybe you were under the influence of certain emotions or something like this, because he doesn't take it as a concrete end. Because I'm guessing this is like similar things happened before. And when it comes to preparation of his tactics, he's not going to want to accept it. He's not going to want to accept it. Even I don't really see the tactic that he's thinking about, because honestly, he kind of brushed it off. It hasn't landed. The understanding that you don't want to communicate with him, it hasn't landed. So it's this energy where he feels that he can still pick things up where he left them. He can still create another cycle of a connection with you. Because right now he's not going to do anything. It doesn't feel like it anyways. There's this energy of waiting. There's this energy of waiting. So that's what I see for you, my darling. But for you, it's quite interesting. They're showing me the card of transformation. For you, it's something important. Okay. My lovely Mars Beep, hello, hello. And to everybody else who's joined in, hello, my dears, great to see you. Tak, next I have my fantastic Jessica. Struggling 7 weeks. Lost and overwhelmed. Do you see things improving soon? Especially with my career, new job opportunity that's coming in your way. All right, let's see. So they're bringing in the heavy guns. They're literally saying success is inevitable. So there's no need to worry. The thing is, the more you're worrying about it, the more energy you're putting into worrying, and the more drained you seem. So it's like a vicious circle over here. And of course, it's incredibly difficult not to struggle, not to feel that way. But they're asking you to brace yourself, to limit the energy of overthinking and maybe hyper focusing on something, trying to control something, because here they're telling me within the next few months, 2 or 3 months, they're showing me an energy that has to do with first and foremost recovery, things that have to do with happy changes. We're talking about your career, we're talking about we're talking about loads of things, because here they're saying that you need to wait, my darling. The situation that you're in is going to get better. The place that you're in is going to get a little bit better, a little bit more bearable. And also, again, the fact, like I said, that you're going to now notice more when you're spiraling into this energy, and your focus it's difficult to keep your focus on positivity when there's a lot of unknown things. But yes, in a couple of months, absolutely and for sure. But like I said, the situation is improving. And right now, the guidance for you is to try to get people to help you. This is not about the job. This is more about maybe massage, friends, whatever help, whatever support you can get. It would be a great idea to do that now. But for sure, there's something that's coming through over here. And again, maybe use this time to think about something that has to do with working for yourself, with independence, just as a fantasy. Just as a fantasy. Yeah? Because you might get an opportunity, maybe within the next 3 months. Yeah? Because money-wise here, you're going to be more than okay. But you might have the opportunity maybe to combine something that has to do with working for yourself or thinking about it and a new job. But within the next few months, yes, absolutely. That Nine of Pentacles cards keeps on coming through in your readings. But it also talks, if we take away the self-employed aspect, it also talks about a higher salary, a higher wage. Fantastic. Michelle? Crushes current thoughts, feelings towards you. Let's see. You are a mystery to this person because it kind of feels like your crush maybe thinks that you have another crush, that you might like somebody else over here. You might feel like there's some sort of competition going on. Seven of Cups, this is the card of illusions. So it also feels like maybe your crush, even if he does know that you're crushing on him, might not necessarily understand why. Could be talking about low self-esteem. But you do light this person up in one way or another. I think he does know. I think he does kind of know, for sure. Because there's this energy of your kindness, of your sweetness, and whatever relationship you're in right now, I want to say that this person maybe wants to preserve the status quo for whatever reason, because you are emitting some sort of very soft, kind, sweet, nurturing energy. I feel like he wants to explore. I feel like he wants to explore more when it comes to you, more when it comes to relationships as a whole. But he does enjoy you being in his life and in whatever aspect you're in his life. But I don't know, they're just giving me like maybe this kind of slightly younger, slightly lost person. And major trust issues. Maybe he doesn't trust you. Maybe he doesn't trust himself. Two of Pentacles. And I want to say overall, this person does not want to necessarily get attached to somebody right now. So for whatever reasons, is keeping the options open. Yeah. Okay. Hello, my lovely Zeren. How are you doing, darling? Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. My lovely Michelle, that was your reading. It has been my pleasure, my dear. For those of you who have just joined, hi and welcome. I answer your questions live today using Tarot and Oracle decks. $15 per question, paid by PayPal. The link is in the pinned message, and I'm also including it over here. You can put your question in the message section, makes it easier for you to send it in and easy for me to answer. Don't ask anything that has to do with health, but everything else, feel free to put your questions in. Things that have to do with how somebody feels about you, their true intentions, their true thoughts, things that have to do with your next romantic partner, things that have to do with your future spouse, things that have to do with career, spiritual journey, whatever it is you feel you would benefit from knowing. and this particular moment. I do these sessions twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, 6 p.m. GMT, I think, right now. It's either 5 or 6, I don't know, with the time change, because we got the winter time and the summer time. Next, we have our fantastic Yelena, and then I have my amazing Maria. All right, Yelena, let's go ahead and take a look at who you will date next. The serious connection. The serious connection. I don't want me to keep repeating serious. Oh, okay. Maybe you're going to date a very serious guy. Let's see. You know, it feels like it could be coming in quite soon. There's a lot of potential, right? Because they're telling me that within the next, like the period of 3 weeks up to 3 months, it's a very, very good portal when it comes to the energy of dates, to the energy of sweetness, to the energy of surprises. Like you'll be in a good mood. You'll be in a good mood. They're telling me that there's some sort of trip that might come as if out of nowhere, or you're not going to have a lot of details about this trip. And for whatever reason, they're giving me an energy of a hotel or some sort of event that you need to drive there. Yeah, you need to drive there to get there. Talk, and this person is coming in as if out of nowhere. And you might not be in the best of moods on that day. They're telling me maybe you're not going to be very happy with that hotel or that trip, and you're like, I'm not too happy. So the next person that you're seriously going to get is actually somebody who's very skilled, very multi-talented. This person is a fire energy, maybe like a fire starter, very ambitious. I want to say with a very strong character. Might have something to do with documents, with law, with the government, maybe. Knight of Wands. You know what? It might begin as this energy that has a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion, might even move a little bit faster than you were expecting. But then this person shows you a different side, which then kind of gives you more insight whether you want to go into a serious relationship with this person or not. Yeah, because the King of Cups, this is somebody who opens up their emotional side maybe a little bit later on. Because first, he's going to show himself as a fire person, where it's about chemistry, passion, ambition, a little bit of an ego. But then he shows a completely different side. He opens up emotionally, and then you kind of see his more authentic aspect. And you're very drawn to it. So this situation has a lot of potential. Okay. My fantastic Maria, let's go ahead and check the good news for you in the near future. What's coming up? There's also some sort of male energy that's being shown over here. Somebody has your back. Somebody helps you. There's this beautiful energy of helping hands that's coming in from a masculine energy. And you get some sort of support. The energy of documents, the energy of insights, the energy of contracts. You get something very good, like a very good reply, response, information, opportunity, communication with a male, and it's something that's fated. To be fair, it brings balance into your life. It gives you a sense of breathing out, being able to take things easy. It might be also somebody who's a doctor, because there's this energy where a lot of things are mending. And for whatever reason, they're telling me that it gives you the freedom to explore. Maybe the freedom you didn't have to explore before, the freedom to move, the freedom to try something different. Because to the sea, it's very much about the exploration, and it's the exploration with the feeling that you're healthy, that you're rejuvenated. And they're telling me something that was going round and round and round, something that wasn't coming to some sort of logical next step is actually coming to it, because building blocks, this is about stability. So something that allows you to move forwards is definitely coming through over here. And they're also saying that a lot of things that have to do with sleeping, with rest, rejuvenation are improving over here. Maybe finally being able to get some really good quality of sleep. Where you wake up and you feel so refreshed, you feel so good, you're like, oh, that was fantastic. All right, that's what I see for you, my darling Maria. But documents-wise and messages, it's amazing. They're telling me something that's fated and part of your journey. That girl, how you doing, darling? Great to see you. So, my dears, for those of you who've just joined, hi and welcome. I answer your questions live today using Tarot and Oracle decks. $15 per question, paid via PayPal. Put your question in the message section, makes it easier for you to send it in, easier for me to answer. I answer all sorts of questions apart from health questions. Anything else you feel you would benefit from knowing, feel free to ask. And of course, don't forget to get those thumbs up for today's session. It is always very much appreciated. My lovely that girl, you're spot on. You are absolutely spot on. It's a mix of accents though, because I've lived in a couple of places, but originally, yes, I am from Mother Russia. Originally, yes. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. All right, my dears. Shall we do a quick general read? What you all need to know today? What you need to hear today? Let's see. Okay, there is an opportunity for quite a few of you to start afresh, to start anew. Not from the perspective of the outside, but more from the perspective on the inside. Because right now, a lot of people are coming to the stage, and I've noticed this in general reading energies and personal readings as well, where it's very difficult to let go. It's very difficult to let go of trauma. It's very difficult to let go of the expectations of the life you thought you were going to have. But that does not mean that this period of uncertainty between lives has to drag on forever. So it begins with our decision to let go a certain amount of control and to kind of wake up and see what sort of other life is available. So sometimes it begins with just our internal decision to see what else is out there, to mourn what has gone, to mourn what hasn't happened, but we wanted it, and to trust the process that there is this divine wisdom that includes us as well. Our higher self is looking out for us, right? And maybe they're kind of saying, darling, there's something much better, much more interesting, much more aligned with you. So I feel a lot of you are going to give yourself that permission and then watch miracles happen. Because when we give ourselves the permission, we start resonating at a slightly different frequency that allows us to see the opportunities we didn't see before, the people we didn't see before. It changes our perspective on something, and something that was literally getting a ton of our attention. Yeah, those conversations you have in your head. now fades into the background so that you can see something different, you can see something else. So for quite a lot of you, my dears, the blessings are coming in because the time has come to, but the blessings might come in disguise. Yeah. So give yourself the permission to receive those blessings in whatever shape or form they come in, because that also rebuilds your trust in the universe, especially for those of you who have trust issues. It rebuilds the trust in the universe. Yeah, because they're telling me that maybe for quite a few of you, you're like, a lot of things happened to you because you were creating a persona that wasn't really you. Yeah? So there's a zebra over here that looks like a giraffe. So you you can't be both, right? So there's this realization through the chaos and the conflict that's happening that your internal does not match with your external. And you will get your answer as to why that is. And that allows you to open up the possibility of different directions in which your life can go and your fates can take you. And a lot of you, you're very gifted, very gifted. It's just that you were giving your gifts to the wrong people. They were like, what is this? I don't understand. What sort of gift is this? You're like, but don't you see its value? And they're like, no. And now you're going to choose to give the gift of you to the people who are going to appreciate it. And that is a completely different story. A completely different story. All right, my darlings, let me know if you have any more questions for me today. This is upside down. I do these sessions twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, 6 p.m. GMT. Can you get a free future spouse reading, darling? No, darling, no. These are paid readings. These are paid readings. I do have a whole playlist on my channel. I don't know if you guys see it, but there's a whole playlist, and I think there's like hundreds and hundreds of future spouse readings there. Wax readings, tarot readings, but those are free. But these are paid, my darlings. That energy exchange is important. But I'll tell you this. Look at the bottom of the deck. They're telling me it's a soulmate. So I'll tell you this. It's definitely a soulmate. It's not going to be an accidental husband. It's going to be your soulmate. For sure. My fantastic Luna Moon, by the way, yes, confirmation. My fantastic Luna Moon. I am here, I am ready, and I am happy to see you, my dear. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Don't forget to give those thumbs up, guys, for today's session. It is always very much appreciated. The bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. I'll tell you this, guys, another like general energy that's coming through is that summer is still going to bring a lot of surprises. I think I'm going to do a reading on it, like a full-blown reading. The summer is still going to surprise you. I was very surprised today with how hot it's going to be for the next week. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Too hot to handle. So I'm stocking up on ice cream and water. All right, my fantastic laziest bee, my darling. Great to see you. What type of husband my future spouse is going to be? Oh, let's go. Let's go and see. I swear to God, in my head, I just heard the best one, baby, and you know that. You know that. Ah, he's so cheeky. I love your future husband. The best one, of course, the King of Wands, of course. You know what? He is. It's this energy where. Hold on a second. It's this energy of confidence, it does have a cocky aspect to it, but when you get closer to him, he will have this incredibly vulnerable side, and it will be paramount for you to accept it. It's going to be incredibly important that you accept this aspect of him, because this is only one aspect where he's confident, cocky, where he's doing whatever, but he will need a little bit of that boost from you, because you will become one of the most important people in his life. So your opinion is going to greatly matter, but he will want to balance it in a way that he doesn't make you feel that he's insecure or whatever, but he also needs that feedback from you, because he's going to be your fan. Yeah, he's going to lift you up. He's going to say, baby, you know what, there's no one like you, blah, blah, blah. But pay attention to what he's going to say to you, because he will want something similar sent back to him. He'll give you the love that he wishes that he could receive as well. And then you will find a balance, yeah? Because you might not need it that way. You might need it in a different way. And you are going to have that conversation about love languages, and he's going to be the sort of man who will not brush it off, but will be like, okay, I'm ready to listen, let's do it. Yeah? This is the sort of man for whom your orgasms are as important as his. And this is the sort of man who can be very, very stable, and very patient, but is asking you not to test his patience for too long. You will be tempted. You will be tempted to push his buttons. He is going to stand there as a rock, but he's asking you to, see the line you shouldn't cross. Another thing over here, 7 of Wands, stamina, a fantastic stamina. This person feels like a rock. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. This person is not only going to be there for you when things are good, but when life gets ugly, when things get difficult, you can always count on him. Yeah, should you choose to have children and the whole, midnight feedings and whatever begins, should you choose to relocate, should you, whatever it is that happens, this person has got your back. Always. Look, honestly, this person can take so much and probably took so much, but he needs your warmth. He needs your warmth. He needs that energy of you giving back to him. Probably had a very cold mother, most likely. Or maybe the mother was very distant, but it's this energy of needing, hold on. Needing a little bit of a boost. Okay. How that girl, I'm describing your ex-person. We all had cold parents, it seems. Most of us, unfortunately, it's sad but true. Most of us, we had very cold parents. And our culture would say that there are 2 issues. The father left the family and the father didn't leave the family. Yeah. So it's this energy, you don't know which one is best. Cold parents, no parents, whatever parents. But unfortunately, yes. It's a recurrent pattern. They had difficult parents. They passed on it to their kids. So it's up to us now to break. A lot of people are breaking that curse by loving their children, by making sure that they are raised without the need for therapy or not a lot of therapy. All right, my fantastic Luna Moon. I wanted to ask you about the trip I'm taking next week. Can you see how it will go? All right, darling, let's go ahead and see. The trip you're going on next week, how's it going to go? Any advice over here for my fantastic Luna Moon? Okay, so the first 2 cards are actually pretty good. They're telling me that you will have an opportunity to shine, whether with your knowledge or with your looks. There's some sort of guidance, mentorship, so I don't know who you're going to see, but they're telling me that there's somebody who could potentially help you with their knowledge, with their composure. It's interesting. The way that they hold themselves. Something is going to resonate with you. And this person gives you, I want to say, there's active support and then there's passive support. And passive support is this energy of non-verbal acceptance of you, of your energy, and slight encouragement through, again, gestures or the looks or whatever. So it's a very comfortable place, a very comfortable energy that comes through. Might be some sort of money making opportunity or insights or a deal that might come through. Six of Cups. Where are you going? It seems like it's a Disneyland for adults. Six of Cups is also a good card. It's about sweetness, it's about compassion, it's about getting together. Yeah. So once more, it feels like overall the energy is good. Let me see if there's anything you need to worry about or keep in mind. Maybe you'll decide to pitch in with a group of people for something, or people are pitching in for you. There's a very warm and efficient communication that's coming through. Warm and efficient communication. Nothing you need to be afraid of, no. I think you're going to be, if not the favorite one there, but one of the favorites, because it's this energy. Maybe you're going to have something that people will really need. Maybe you remember to bring, I don't know, plasters or whatnot. It's an energy where people are grateful for you. And stories, like energy-wise and stories, there's sharing. Oh, it's going to be nice. I don't see anything negative. You know me, I always tell you nothing negative over here. Not even the weather. No. And they're telling me a word about work. I know, darling. A word about work. Just wait, my dear, honestly. The Three of Pentacles is coming through in reverse. As a little bonus, I'm just going to tell you about this. It is coming through in reverse, but just for now. They're telling me that you're still on track over here. Yeah, you're very worried about the stability. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Yeah, more than okay over here. In the sand dunes. Ooh, sounds great. My fantastic Muni. Do I know the permanent person in my life? Or is he a new person? When or where do I meet him? My fantastic white wings. Do you know your no, look, do I need to use something else? Damn it, to use something else. Do you know your person? Oof, major trust issues. Do you know your person? Oh, no. They're telling me that maybe before your person comes in, or maybe this is happening now, or will be happening soon, there's somebody who is going to come in, my darling, that's going to ignite that energy of passion. There is going to be chemistry. Now, they're saying be careful because this person is coming in with an energy of illusions. This person is coming in with maybe red flags that you might want to oversee. And as a matter of fact, your trust issues are going to come in very handy over here, because you're going to scan and then rescan this particular person and see that he is full of untruth. However, when we're talking about the person that is the real deal, they're saying keep hopeful and keep optimistic. Because here it feels like it's a new person. It's the person with whom you're going to get to do a lot of things together. And even the simplest of things, such as going grocery shopping or doing whatever, is going to feel quite nice. It's going to feel quite nice. So when it comes to when and how, let me see. Oh, the choice. The choice might, by the way, be somebody who also comes into your life with that first person, what to call it, that I was talking about, with whom you have a lot of chemistry. How he comes into your life. Yes, he still comes through with some sort of other person. So you're most likely going to be introduced. And after that energy of disappointment from the other guy, He might be coming through as somebody who's quite supportive with a fresh energy over here. Two of Cups, yeah. When it comes to when, this could be happening within the next 7 weeks. There's something about maybe a trip that you're going to take within the next 7 weeks. Very possible, a good potential that's coming through. This person might be a little bit younger than you are, by the way. But it's a good one. It's a good one. Okay. Three to 7 weeks. This is what I'm going to tell you. 3 to 7 weeks, because they're giving me 2, they're giving me 4. If we're taking the middle, I would say 3 to 7. Could be a foreigner as well, by the way, or somebody who speaks a couple of languages. My fantastic Gintolika. Who is coming up in career finances? Additional resources, income, like my second. House getting sold or any other option. What's coming up in the near future? But this one wants to jump out. Using your best judgment. My darling, well, something might be ending over here. Something might be ending. The thing is, they're saying that this is your path to success. You have the wisdom, you have the star power, you have this energy. Maybe of leveling up, maybe of, because they're telling me one door closes, but it leads you to success. Let me see whose door closes. Is it your door? Because intuitively it feels like somebody gets the rejection. Somebody gets the rejection, or somebody goes on pause or something, and they're telling me that you take the place because it was meant for you. Within the 9 weeks, this could be happening. Within the next 9 weeks, but you could also be leaving. For some reason, they're telling me that you could be leaving. There's this energy of not feeling like, just feeling battered and bruised and tired, and making a decision to walk away. Closed doors leads to success. And then there's like this little pause over here, and they're giving me the card of wisdom twice. So maybe it's going to be a position of authority, a position of mentoring, a position of teaching, a position that's higher up. Additional sources of income in the near future, let me see. Not in the near future, darling. Nothing over here. Everything is stable over here. Like, you get your stability with the Knight of Pentacles. There might be another idea, but it's still an idea, in the form of idea. It doesn't give money just yet. No, in the next month at least, unlikely. You might borrow money from somebody, but I don't see big sums of money that's coming in. So most probably not this month. No, not this month. Another thing they're telling me to let you know that your heart is still aching because some sort of male energy, it could be one male or a couple of males, they doubted you a lot. This is still affecting your charm, charisma, your skills, your ability to move forwards. So just kind of shake off whatever needs to be shaken off. Somebody maybe is going to offer you a price that's too low for your house. Don't settle for it. Don't settle for it. They're going to play low ball over here. Let me see the project involvement. My darling, 5 of Swords, most likely, or there's going to be something that has to do with the pause, something that has to do with maybe budgeting. There's some sort of conflict. If we're talking about the project, the 5 of Swords, talks about tense situations, but it gets resolved. Maybe it kind of feels like it needs to be put on pause. Hi, Sasha. Hello. Kiss actually found it attractive that I'm not been with any man due to our beliefs, right? Given that I find him to be. He It's a mixed feeling. Okay, let's put it that way. Because the Three of Swords, this is that energy of being hurt in a way, but also being impressed. When I'm talking about the Empress, because being hurt in a way from the perspective that because you weren't, dear, how do I put it very respectfully? Right, because you held on to this philosophy, he thought that he might get intimate with you quite fast. But now he sees that this is probably not going to happen, right? And because he was driven by that chemistry, because he was driven by the wand energy, for him it's like, oh, I'll have to try extra hard. Yes, he did find that attractive. Yes, he did find that admirable. Yes. Because in his eyes, this is also, it's admirable and respectful. But at the same time, he got pissed off because he's like, oh, you know. So this is that energy of different people with different perspectives clashing. It made you attractive to him, even more attractive. And I will be completely honest with you, darling, and I don't want to like offend you or whatever. But for him, being the first would be important, would be a big deal, would be a big thing. But again, like I told you before, you're very different in what you want and how you see things. You match in some things, but when it comes to this particular one, different. And you're coming through again as an Empress. It's like this little fly. But he will try. I don't know if he even believed you. I don't know if he believed you. I think he's thinking about it. Because he really is saying, like, you're trying to increase the value, if that makes sense. All right, my fantastic Lauren. Am I getting a new job as a different company in August, or is it September with higher pay? Let's see, my dear. Let's see if we can pinpoint the exact timing. My lovely Lauren. Let's see if it's going to be August, or if it's going to be September, or if it's going to be a little bit later on, or what's happening. August, no. Straight away, they're coming through. No action needs to be taken in August. Okay. Not the right time. Let's take a look at September. Oh, September, look at this. The energy of perfect timing, and the situation is improving. Good. It has to do with your health as well. Well, of course, when we're talking about the healthcare professionals, the helpful people, improving health, I feel like this is going to be an opportunity maybe to shadow somebody, to collaborate with somebody. But the answer over here is very possible, because here they're saying, look, it's not necessarily like a different job, a different company. Maybe it's a mix, or some sort of mix, because they're saying, again, be open to the possibilities. The answer is yes, there is some sort of new energy that's coming in as a potential in September, but it feels like you might not necessarily go straight into it in September. You might have to wait, you might have to compromise, you might have to figure a couple of things out, but the energy over here is quite good. It's quite good. They're telling me that you need to get comfortable with things constantly changing right now, because money over here is coming, right? So they're saying the more flexible you are right now, when you're kind of soul searching and restructuring a lot of things in your life, the more flexible you are right now, the better. Don't forget to give those thumbs up, guys, for today's session. It is very much appreciated. Gives me a little boost that I'm always happy to see. If you have questions, all you gotta do is follow the link over here. It's $15 per question. You can put your question in the message section. Makes it easier for you to send it in and easier for me to answer all sorts of questions. Only those that are about health I do not take, my darlings. But anything else, feel free to ask. Remember, if you guys are up for personal reading, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description below all of my readings and on my YouTube channel. And I'll send you a list of readings that I do, together with prices, the types of questions that those readings answer, so on and so forth. And we can even create a custom reading for you, my darlings. Lauren, you're most welcome, my dear. All right, my darlings, let me know if you have any more questions for me today. There's an interesting message, as a general message that's coming through from this beautiful Wiccan oracle. They're telling me that for quite a few of you, the next step of your transformation, the next step of you moving forwards, it has to do with forgiveness, but forgiveness not of other people, but of yourselves. Yeah, because sometimes we can be very passive aggressive towards ourselves, our inner critic, so on and so forth. Here, there's a little bit of a message that says you won't change anything in the past by giving yourself a hard time about it. Yes, once upon a time you didn't see something. Once upon a time you didn't take some sort of chance, some sort of opportunity. But the thing is, you're subconsciously, especially if you know that you're self-sabotaging, you're punishing yourself for having done the best in the past. So they're telling me that, an important part of seeing yourself right now is not focusing on the mistakes that you've done in the past. And this is very important because subconsciously you might be seeking situations, people that will also criticize you, supporting your inner critic. So your inner fan over here, your inner cheerleader needs to come to the forefront. And for a lot of you, this is going to be that breakthrough you've been looking for. And you will see your situation change because no, you won't ever allow anybody else to criticize you, to downgrade you, to disrespect you. You're not even going to entertain this whole energy. But you need to forgive yourself because it's like silently you're agreeing with them. Certain aspect of you is agreeing, but it's a false ego. So get out of there. Get out of these self-criticizing sessions. so to speak. Sasha, yes, of course you can, my darling. All right, my dears, last call for any questions you might have for me today. Here is the link, $15 per question, paid via PayPal. You can ask about anything and everything you feel you would benefit from knowing, apart from health readings. Don't do those. Anything else, feel free. Okay. How long was the question, Sasha? That there's a word limit. Send it via email. Yeah, you can send it via email, the question. If PayPal is acting up for whatever reason. Somebody very charismatic. Somebody very charismatic is watching me right now. Guys, don't be afraid of your charisma. It's very interesting how the most charismatic people are being told that they're too much. No. Use your charisma. It's your secret weapon. It's your secret weapon. Go for it. Tak, my fantastic Maria. Tak, messages for me when it comes to love. Let's see. Messages for you when it comes to love. Someone you wished for is coming into your life. Literally, this is an indication that first and foremost, your wishes, prayers, manifestations, they've been heard, they're being answered. But because we're all quite unique, and it can sometimes be like the more we grow, the more we evolve, and this is your story, my lovely Maria. You can't just get any random person, yeah? You're not going to resonate. So this is, they're telling me that the divine timing, oh my God, that card, they're bringing in somebody who's quite special. The connection is going to be a soul connection. And the bridge usually indicates where people are able to compromise, where people are able to meet in the middle. And I want to say it's like a wish coming true, a wish coming true. The time has come, because the divine timing and the card of the soon, yeah, it's showing somebody that brings in true love. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Love this deck. A deep and enduring connection that goes beyond superficial attraction. Connection came through twice. So this could be talking about things that have to do with meeting this person through networking, establishing connection, re-establishing connection, but also sometimes the card of the bridge shows people that might be in different cities or in different locations geographically, and they meet somewhere in the middle, and then they decide what they want to do next. But true love for you, yes. Again, funny, I was talking about some sort of closure and apology, and you got the apology and the closure energy. So through forgiveness of yourself, through ensuring that you're not going to make the same mistakes again, comes this energy of closure and trying again. Yeah. Being able to be open again. Tak. My lovely Sasha, so your question. let's see, the clarity, excuse me, the clarity on your question. There is acceptance without that aspect. There is acceptance, not from everybody, but you see, it's a little bit of a test, not even a test, but it is a little bit of a test for you. You say you have your belief. And this belief is, yes, it's rather unpopular in today's society. Your philosophy, but this is yours. Yours. And it's precious. It is incredibly precious. Now, they are showing me an influence of, they're showing me an influence of, I want to say, a patriarchal system. And if we were to dive a little bit deep, I do see a little bit of a rebellious aspect to it, that you're rebelling against the rules, yeah, so-called unwritten rules. It is okay, but sometimes it's also a way to protect yourself. To protect yourself. Sometimes it's also a way to build something up and create a lot of expectations. So it's about the balance. It really is about the balance. So as long as you feel that you're not missing out on anything big, cool. As long as you don't feel that there's anybody you would like to engage with in that aspect, cool. But they're saying don't put it, how do I put it? Sometimes we put things way too high up on the pedestal so that we can't reach it then. And when it does happen, there's this energy of being a little bit disappointed that it wasn't as grand as you were building it up in your head. But I don't see any big issue over here. I don't see that you are being a cast out because of this philosophy or this outlook. It's just who you choose to be, and you have your reasons for it. The only thing, like I said, is sometimes we build something up so high, it gets too high, it becomes unreachable. So, but you have to be comfortable. You have to be okay with things. So, yeah. All right, my fantastic Maria. I answered the question. My lovely Jessica. Feeling in a funk. And I'm sure it's due to the grief of passing of your dog. Anything I can do to feel better? You know what? No. Look, grieving is an absolutely natural process. Yeah, trust the process. This is what they're asking you to do. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to rush it. It's something that needs to happen organically. It's just a process that needs to be felt, that needs to be lived through. It's a horrible loss, and if you suppress it or if you try to pretend it's not as important or whatever, it will come back. It will come back, in one way or another. So the best thing with grieving is to grieve. And unfortunately, trying to make it better will separate you from the process. It's okay to grieve. It's actually very healthy to grieve because this is the closure that we get. The ceremony of putting somebody into the ground is for us also to get or start getting the closure that we need in order to let this very special soul go. And pets, people, they feel the same as a loss because love is love. And I know it's breaking your heart right now, but they want you to remember that it's something that's not going to last for a very long time. It will subside, and you will notice how it subsides day by day by day. But it's a process that unfortunately needs to take place. So trust the timing. They're saying that you're almost there, almost there. And when it comes to the messages, the feet, even if we look at the picture, yeah, how he remembers walking behind you, walking the feet. Up there, you're still going for walks. Does that make sense? You're still going for walks up there. He still walks with you. He still sees the feet. And it's his favorite feet in the world. So it's the energy where it's a process of slowly letting go. Slowly letting go. And it's heartbreaking, I know. It's very difficult. But trust the process, and you're still going for walks up there. This is what the message is. And there's a lot of love and gratitude, and just for them, they're happy to have been here with us. I'm giving you a big hug, darling. I'm giving you a big, big hug. Next, I have my fantastic Carolina. It's amazing how. Let me know. You're asking a question about where you should look for a romantic partner, and I swear I was just looking at a card that had a magnifying glass on it. Anyways, are dating apps a good place to look for me? Let me see. Let me see. The Lovers card came together with a card of the Ace of Cups. It's a very good sign. It's a very good sign. It's confirmation that you will find one another, regardless. Regardless. But let's see where you should look. Dating sites. I'm not seeing dating sites over here. Seeing real life. I'm seeing people. Your partner is an archetype of a rescuer right now. Interesting. He comes in to help you, to rescue. He comes in with a group of friends. He comes in with some sort of support. No, you shouldn't look for this person anywhere. You should live your life. You should go about your life normally, maybe go out more, because it does show me like a connection. Yeah, but it's not a network connection through the internet. It's not. Because here, based on the cards, it happens suddenly. It happens with other people present, and it might happen during some sort of slightly tense situation. Yeah, a delay or something like this, and this person comes in with some sort of solution, also maybe with a group of people. But it doesn't feel like you need to look for this person. They're saying, look for things that make you happy. Look for things that make you feel good. He finds you. Let him do his thing. He finds you. You just make yourself available for finding. But dating apps, honestly, I don't see it. I don't see it. No. It's this energy where something maybe gets you get your energy built up, and then with the Nine of Swords ends up leaving you quite disappointed. So through dating apps, I don't see it for you, my dear. No, they're saying real life, go for it. Real life, real communication, chilling with people. And that's what I see for you, my darling. Sancho, let's see if the cards say anything about the mixed mixed opportunities. Missed opportunities. Not really. Not really. I mean, when we don't have an outlet, if we're talking about this aspect of our life, we tend to refocus this energy elsewhere. Yeah. For you, it was about things that have to do with your subconscious mind, things that have to do with spirituality, things that have to do with developing certain skills. I just feel a little bit like the cards over here are saying that at one point or another, it might make you feel like you're isolated. It might make you feel that there's something wrong with you. You're questioning yourself. Then it's a little bit limiting when it comes to emotions, when it comes to other people, that you feel like it has to constantly be at the back of your head, that you have to talk about it. You know what I mean? It's this energy of a lot of what ifs, but answering your question is whether there are any missed possibilities. I would say not really. You'll catch up, trust me. You'll catch up on it, but it's your choice. You're living with it. It's okay. I don't see that you missed the love of your life because of that. Nah. You know, for some people, like I said, it's a gift. It's a gift for some people. It's just finding somebody who thinks the same way as you do. That's the key. You find, we all need to find our own brand of slightly insane so that we can click, For some people it fits, for others it doesn't. It's when we try to, fit a circle into a square, that's when things start going wrong, or vice versa. My lovely Sarah, how are you doing, darling? Wanted to ask how Jay truly thinks and feels about me. He reached out, we reconnected. Alright, let's see. Actually, let's use this deck. It's already giving me that card of the Six of Cups. Let me see what he truly thinks about you. Jay. He does not feel very empowered in his life right now. This is the card I want to say of two things that are coming through. The Hangman is immobile. This is somebody who is just there, thinking, ruminating. But the hangman is also somebody who has the ability to shift their perspective. Sometimes the universe puts us into this position so we have some time to think about things. So how he feels about you. I want to say he's in the process of changing his mind about you, about your situation. I feel that he maybe, I don't know how things are with his financial situation. Maybe he's working on something. He thinks that you're sweet. He does cherish the past experience. He is rethinking about it. There's a lot of sweetness. There's a lot of warmth. The star, hope. He's hopeful. He's. I want to say he's hopeful for your connection to work in whatever way it can work. So he's hopeful. He does have a lot of worries when it comes to his money, or maybe what he has to offer. But I feel he feels very restricted. How will your date go? Will he? We will go when I come back from NYC. All right, let's see. It's interesting. How will your date go? Well, it's going to happen, first and foremost. The second thing, again, is there some sort of social, like a big social difference between the two of you? Because I feel that you might, because you might have more money, you might have more of a status than he does, even if like it seems otherwise. The date will go okay, but I feel like maybe not maybe necessarily in a place where you would like it to happen, or maybe he'll feel a little bit awkward because again of the situation with money. There might be talks about things that have to do with money. But overall, it goes relatively okay, my darling. It goes relatively okay. They keep on showing me that there's a very big difference between the two of you, that you seem to be much more compassionate, much more maybe self-aware, established. The star. But it does have potential, you know? It does have potential. No, it's going to be... That's sweet. I don't know. They keep on giving me the word sweet. So maybe you'll end up having a lot of sweets. Who knows? So that's what I see for you, my fantastic Sarah. Yelena. Let's see whether your neighbor is interested. Straight away at the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Wands card. Yeah, look at the picture. Let's see if it comes out again. I almost hear in my head, he won't say no. Let me tell you this. If you come and ask for some sugar, you got some sugar, honey. Okay, well, funny enough, it did come through. But I will tell you this. This person does find you very attractive. This person finds you sexually attractive. When it comes to romantically being interested, I don't know if he's recently divorced or recently broke up with a girlfriend over here. I'm going to be honest with you. There's this energy of missing somebody. Missing a woman that was important to him. So for now, romantically interested, I wouldn't say so. I would say, more interested maybe in some sort of good time, passion, you know, toot it and boot it, so to speak. The other connections are being shown as unavailable right now. Unavailable at this particular moment. But that Eight of Wands energy, like I said, when it's about passion, when it's about just having a good time, no strings attached, that is what he is after. But I don't think he's ever going to suggest it unless you want it, because he does see you as somebody who's very respectable. Maybe a little bit afraid of you as well. In a good way, yeah? But something long-term romantic, no, not yet. He's also stuck in that energy of not being able to move, not being in. No, he hasn't put something behind him. And don't forget to get those thumbs up, guys, for today's session. Very much appreciated. All right, last call for any questions you might have for me today, my dears. If not, I'm going to bid you farewell until Sunday. You guys are very smart. Somebody is very smart over here. Lead with your mind. Your emotions might be getting the best of you right now. So for whoever needed to hear in your particular situation, logic, mind are your best friends right now. Emotions might be making you feel like you're making the wrong decision. Interesting. Usually it's the other way around, but today you needed to hear that sometimes emotions are a byproduct of some sort of fear, anxiety. That emotion is just draining you. And sometimes we need to logically take a look at the situation and say, okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is not okay, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. Especially when it comes to exams and things like this. When we start questioning ourselves. Are you sure 2 + 2 is 4? Are you absolutely sure? Let me check with my calculator. You know, and a lot of you're getting the fruits of your labor. The fruits of labor. Carolina, circumstances. Let's see what the cards are going to be willing to disclose. The circumstances of you meeting your romantic partner. It's interesting because again, they showed me that the tower in your previous reading, it has something to do with obstacles. Like I said, something that has to do with delays, something that has to do with obstacles. Sometimes they show not having something in the shop that you were looking to get, and you're getting like, I have to go to another shop right now, right? And this person ends up in this shop. Yeah, it's the circumstances of a detour because of obstacles. Because this is very interesting. Your person comes through as somebody who's very curious and talkative. So this person is going to initiate talking. He might even notice that you're looking for something, or he might notice you, like I said, getting something or trying to get something. He is very switched on. He finds a way to communicate, curious, social, and it does feel like there shouldn't be people around, yeah? So it's not a one-on-one. It's like as if you might be with somebody you know or somebody who's also part of the situation, and he is also coming in with somebody who's a part of the situation, yeah? And it also, in one way or another, has something to do with you saving money. So you might think that you are going to pay more, or you're going to lose money, or you're going to, like, maybe there might be some sort of damage or whatever. But it's actually also, they're telling me part of that whole plan is to help you save money. Yeah, it's to help you get a refund or whatever. But this is very interesting. Very interesting. Not only is he bringing in a solution, he's also bringing you a way to save money or get your money back or whatnot. So that's what I see for you, my lovely Yelena. And at the bottom of the deck, they're like, yeah, you have to wait. Look at this. Literally says wait, patience. Hold back, rest, observe. What's gonna happen? It's amazing how it says wrong decision leads to success. What you think is going to be the wrong decision leads to success. All right, my darlings, I believe that we're all done for today. I want to thank you all so much for being here, for your questions, for your energy, for your loyalty, for your kindness. I look forward to seeing you again on Sunday, same time, same place. And as usual, remember that if you're up for a personal read, all you have to do is send me an email. The email is in the description box below all of my readings, so you'll see it for sure. And take good care of your fantastic selves. Last check to make sure I haven't missed out on anybody. No, we're good. All right, my darlings, take care of your fantastic selves. Bye.